More full on from Saturday's Trump rally held here in the Coachella Valley. Hello, I'm John White.
And I'm Karen Devine. A local bus driver is now speaking out after he says he was attacked after the Donald Trump rally over the weekend. It happened after attendees were left stranded at the event site for hours because of a lack of transportation.
News Channel 3's Tori King live in studio now with more on the bus driver's story. Tori, this was quite an experience for him.
It really was, and the bus driver that I spoke with says that he's still stunned after being assaulted on his own bus following Saturday's rally near Coachella. He also tells me that he's having to take some extra time off work to fully recover from his injuries. Now, the bus driver also told me he believes that all of this chaos could have been avoided with better planning.
They started pushing, they started shoving, they started throwing stuff. I think the overwhelming crowd of people even inundated the law enforcement.
A Coachella Valley bus driver is now speaking out after he says he was assaulted following Saturday's Donald Trump rally. Former President Donald Trump's rally was held right here at Calhoun Ranch just outside of Coachella, but the bus driver tells me it was after the rally when the assault happened. The driver wanted to remain anonymous. According to the Trump campaign, at least 60 buses were arranged to transport attendees. However, hundreds of people claim they were stranded by the lack of buses following the event.
We couldn't get in to let people out because the traffic was so stretched out. One of the problems was the transportation was going the same way the cars were going, so it slowed everybody down.
When his bus finally did arrive back at the venue, the driver says people stormed the doors to get on, knocking people over and pushing people out of the way just to get a seat. That's when he says the attack happened.
And I walked towards the back of the bus, and I got to the middle of the bus, and I had a slam or a slap against my left side of my face. I kind of came to my senses and realized my face was swelling up, my eye I couldn't see, and then my nose started bleeding heavily.
The bus driver then says he turned and jumped back into his seat and used a tissue to stop the bleeding. The driver, an Army veteran, says his training is what helped him manage the situation.
I think my military training allowed me to refocus and get myself in a place of safety.
After dropping off his passengers, he was taken to the Eisenhower emergency room for treatment.
I ended up getting a CAT scan, and they checked my eye for cornea scratches or dislocation. They checked for concussion.
The driver says he's now having to take time off work to recover properly.
I guess I'm glad it was a hand and not a bat or a knife.
As he reflected on Saturday's events, the driver believes the entire situation could have been avoided with better planning.
They underestimated the quantity of people, so it added to the confusion, added to the frustration, and then when the rally was over, it was the perfect storm.
Now he hopes his story prevents future attendees from unleashing their anger on service workers.
I know that they were just so frustrated, and I empathize with that. You need to treat people who are out in a service like human beings instead of just targets. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt doing their job.
Here at KESQ, we did also receive a call from a viewer who says that several Riverside County Sheriff's deputies stepped in and offered to take people home in their squad cars after the rally. I did try to reach out to the department, but none of them have reached back out to me. For now, live in studio, Tori King, News Channel 3.